we are going to be doing a little bit more about branding, but using your brand for attraction marketing. So if you have not gone back and watched the other two videos, we talked about like how to create your brand and the 5 pillars of your brand. And so now we're going to talk about using your brand for attraction marketing. So hello everyone, how is everyone? I am just gonna hop right into it. This one's gonna be kind of short. So let's get to it. So 90% of businesses fail within their first year. And let me change this real quick. Sorry guys. Okay, so 90% of businesses fail within the first year, usually due to losing leads, not having enough leads, or money, or both. I mean, businesses in general, they don't have enough of those. So how can you build a business where you have an infinite amount of leads and you have that income coming in? How many of you joined this business? You all have different reasons, but ultimately every single one of you wants some type of residual income, right? Hey ladies, how is everyone? How many of you joined and like ultimately you would love some residual income? You want that to be able to be coming in, flowing. You've got people coming to you. You're not stalking people. You're not chasing after them. You're not begging them. You're not being sleazy or spammy or any of that, right? Like nobody really wants to do that. How many of you signed up for this business and said, you know what? I want to beg all of my friends and family to support me, and I want to spam everyone I know and try to just ruin every relationship I've ever had. I mean, how many of you came in here doing that? Nobody, right? Like that's not what you come in here for. You want to build a business. You want to provide solutions to people's problems, and you want to, hey Amanda, and Amanda's going to pop in and say that we should be curious. So I wore curious all day yesterday, Amanda. So how many of you like came in here and wanted to actually use your brand and not be spammy? Or did you come in going, oh, like I'm just gonna like hit everybody up that I know? So we went over the brand in the last 2 videos, and I talked to you about how creating your brand and having your pillars and the 5 pillars of your business. And I hope everyone has been doing well with that. If you've struggled with that, please reach out to me. I can help you wrap that up if you've watched those 2 videos and done like the little activity to figure out what those pillars are. But once you've established your brand and you know your brand, I talked to you about creating your content around your brand. So at this point, to use the attraction marketing, what you need to be doing is first, let's define your audience. So the first takeaway that I want you to do is to define your audience. Define who it is that you're wanting to reach out to. Who is it that you want purchasing from you? Who do you want joining you? Who do you want in your inner circle? Who do you want with you by your side? Who do you want wearing the lashes? I mean, generally you could say, I want everybody to wear your lashes, but do you really want your husband to wear the lashes? Probably not. So be a little more specific. Write some notes down, start thinking about this, and start developing the ideal person to wear your lashes. Maybe your ideal person is a dancer, where another person's ideal person may just be the mom who doesn't have very many lashes, or the sister who just went through chemo. I don't know what your ideal person is to wear the lashes, to be your customer, to be your partner in this business. But I want you to come up with some key points about what would make that person perfect for you. The perfect recruit, the perfect customer. Who is that to you? And it's different for everyone. It really is different for everyone. So I want you to think about that and develop that ideal person on paper. What is it that they have? Okay. And then how far away is that from your brand? Is it so far away that they don't even coincide at all? Or is it to where they kind of mirror each other? Like what does your brand look like in comparison to that ideal customer or prospect or teammate, right? Like I think that that's important. Mirror them. See if they mirror, see if there's a difference, so that you can kind of figure out what it is you're looking for. For instance, if I were to say, let's say my true beliefs are that I worship dogs, and I'm gonna like worship dogs forever. I don't like dogs, but let's say I'm gonna worship dogs, and and that's part of my brand. I worship dogs, and you see me worshiping dogs all the time. And then you have, like, my ideal customer is a cat person. Like, when am I going to talk to the cat people if I'm worshiping dogs? Like, why would I want the cat person? Okay, so that's an ideal person to wear the lashes, but is it really somebody that I would want, that I would have a connection with if I'm worshiping dogs and they're off like loving on cats? No. So think about that, and does that make sense? Let me know. I suddenly don't see, like, I saw comments and now I'm not seeing comments. Facebook is crazy about that. So if that makes sense, let me know. I want to know that I'm going in the right direction for you. So creating that ideal customer and that teammate, you've got to just define that audience and make sure that it does somewhat coincide with what your beliefs and your pillars are. So the second thing that you need to establish when you're going to use your brand for attraction marketing, and I'm going to give you some examples at the very end of that, is you've got to understand what is your audience challenges, struggles, desires. What is it that that person, that ideal, okay, now I'm seeing comments, that ideal person, the audience, customer, what are they struggling with? What is their challenge? What can you help them with, right? Like, what is it that you can tap into? Because that's what you've got to do with your content. You've got to address those issues. You've got to address those desires. You've got to address those challenges and use that in your pillars. So let's say the people, for me, you know, family is a huge thing for me. So family is one of my pillars. Maybe I'm talking about blended families, and I have my ideal person is a stay-at-home mom, and maybe that stay-at-home mom is trying to figure out how to bring in income and still be able to spend time with her kids. I mean, this is an ideal situation, right? That I can, a good, perfect example. What am I going to do to provide that for her? What can I give her? What can I suggest? How can I help her be able to create more time in her day, or be able to approach her about a business that could help her while she's at home with her babies? So who's your ideal person? And in this situation, I'm using the pillar of family. My ideal person is a stay-at-home mom. I'm wanting her to be a teammate. What can I do to help her see that that's an option, and that there is something that she can do? Does that make sense? So now you've got to build the relationship. You've got to build the trust. You've got to, I like to say flirting. You want to like flirt on their timeline, make sure that they're interacting with you. You want to try to get them to pay attention to you. And then eventually you can pull that over into Messenger. And we're going to get into messaging training later, but you know, get in there and start talking to them and developing that relationship and creating that trust. Now, I'm not going to tell her, hey girl, like first of all, don't use the hey girl, but I'm not going to be like, hey girl, like I got this thing over here you can do and you can make some money. That's not what I'm saying. We're not going in for the kill. We're using attraction marketing. So you are using yourself. Like, what are you putting out there? If I'm going after the stay-at-home mom with toddlers, then I need to post a picture. For me personally, I'll use me as an example. I don't have a toddler in my house, right? So when I have my nephew and I'm watching my nephew, and he's here, you saw Kason, he was watching me in that last video, in the video a while back. If he's here and I'm working, I could snap a photo of me working while he's right there, and I could talk about, I love that even whenever I have my, like the toddlers running around, that I've got this, or even though, you throw that out there, you're being very attractive and you're pulling them in without realizing that they're being pulled in. They're going to gravitate towards you. Does that make sense? So you're building that relationship, you're creating that trust, but you do not have to throw it out there and be like, hey girl, hey. You can attract them to you. You've got to find solutions to their problems. Whatever their problem may be, find the solution. Maybe a girl wants to wear lashes and she just doesn't know how to apply them, which is the number one reason why women don't want to get lashes, is because they think that it's too hard. It's too difficult to apply. So what is your solution to that? What can you do to provide for that person? Are you going to do a live every single day to show them how to apply lashes? Of course not. But doing one once a month would be great. Telling people, I've got when they comment and say, I'd love to wear lashes, but I just don't I don't know how to apply them, you can say, you know what, I can tag you in a video I did to show you how easy it is. It's super easy. I can get on I can FaceTime you or video chat you and walk you through it step by step. What are you doing to provide that solution for that ideal person? And that maybe that person you know that would be amazing at wearing these lashes, she could do amazing things at this business, but you have not given them that solution of, hey, here's how you put on the lashes. So now that you kind of established what you're going to be doing, attraction marketing is very different than being very abrupt and abrasive about what you're doing and what you're selling. So you're not going to get out there and be like, I'm going to go back to the grapey grape. So I'm selling grapes. So like grapes, and you can get orange grapes and red grapes and purple grapes and blue grapes and grapes and grapes and grapes. And did you see the grapes and the grapes and like, that's not what you do. What you do is you do things in a subtle way. Maybe you take, for us, let's talk about lashes. Maybe you take a selfie and you have the lashes, and maybe that's your focal point and you've got something where it is talking about your lashes, but you put a quote up and it doesn't say anything about your lashes. Someone is inevitably going to contact you or comment about, but them lashes, girl, and it's giving you, that's an attractive way of putting yourself out there. Does that make sense? So instead of just, it's there, and using stock photos and all these things, you've got to use yourself and sell yourself. You know that the number one thing is people buy people, they don't buy products or services. Yes, they will go out and seek that product or service, but they're going to trust a human being. They're going to trust that person, and they're going to follow that person, and they're going to want to be loyal to a person. Okay? So once you've established that trust, they are going to want to purchase from you. That's good. At least, I mean, like that's a start. Like you've got to try to do that. So any of them, whether you're doing a close-up, whether you're doing far away, you don't always have to be there. You could do a picture. You know what? Like a perfect attraction marketing thing is like, you could do, I'm looking at my makeup stash over here. You can take a picture of all your makeup stuff and make sure that there's obvious items there that are yours that you're wanting to sell, and you've got it there, and you can be like, what are your essentials for the summer? Mine are blah, 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 blah. And you take a picture. That's attraction marketing. You're not necessarily saying, hey, my essentials are this, this, and this, and I sell them, by the way. Like, you don't have to say that, right? So there are ways that you're going to get out there and be attractive to your network. So marketing yourself versus products is so, so important when it comes to leadership, when it comes to who you are. So when you're using your brand, the question is, how do you use your brand for attraction marketing? What do you stand for? What do you stand for? So if you stand for family or faith or unicorns like me, my ideal person needs to like family and unicorns and faith. Like my ideal person needs to be a reflection of me. I mean, ultimately that's what it is. And so my ideal person, what would I need in that position, and who am I trying to attract? What would be attractive? So when you're making a post, think about what you would do if you saw that post. Would you scroll past it? Would you comment? Would you like it? Would you engage? Would you like that post? And then you think about it on the other side, like, well, I need the sales. And so I need to keep I need to keep posting about, like, this is on sale and I need this and I need this and I'm almost here and I need this goal. People don't want that. They don't want to be sold. If you are being attractive and you're doing things subliminally, like a picture of the lashes, and you're kind of getting in their head, they're like, man, her eyes are so pretty with those lashes on. I would really love to wear some lashes, but I'm kind of worried. I don't know if I can apply them. And then the next thing you do is a video about application. What did you just do for that person? They just saw this beautiful picture of you with this quote, and they were already wondering whether they should buy the lashes. They're scared about how to apply them. And then you do a video that fixes it. Like you gave them the solution before they could even come up with the problem. Sold. Now you have a customer. Okay? So don't be like, oh, this, buy this. People don't want to be sold. So use your brand, attract your tribe, right? Your vibe attracts your tribe. So what you stand for is going to attract your tribe. What you are behind, what those 5 pillars are, that's what you need to focus on. Using those for content. Your 5 pillars should be able to represent everything in your life and should also be used for the attraction marketing. So before I wrap this up, anybody have any questions about attraction marketing and using that brand for attraction marketing? I'm not getting into like major details about what attraction marketing is, but I am giving you a little bit of guidance and direction to balance that out, to use the brand, to use those pillars to actually be attractive rather than spammy or salesy. So you will see people, I'm going to leave you with this note, and if there's any questions, I'll answer them. You will see people, even within this team, within this organization, within this company, and maybe outside this company, but you'll see those people who put up posts constantly about their products. Look at the grapey grapes, and this grapey grape company is amazing, and look at this purple grape, and did you see this grape over here, and I love this grape over here, and the grape here, and the grape there, and it's like constant, right? And I'm gonna give away this thing over here if you purchase this, and I'm gonna put you in a drawing over here for this, and by the way, I'm gonna do, and it's all salesy, right? Like it's constantly salesy. How many of you see those on your timeline? It's just a constant buy me, buy me, buy me, buy me, buy me, buy me, buy me. The issue with that, the problem with that is going to be that maybe that person gets a lot of sales one month. Maybe that person gets a lot of sales for a couple months because they are throwing it out there and people are buying or going to the link or purchasing, but it's not going to be long term. You are not going to develop a residual income off of posts like that. People will get tired of seeing your post. People will no longer want to purchase from you because they've lost that trust and that they frankly lose the respect for you. They don't want to be involved in that. They don't want to be sold. And then once they've purchased, 90%, this is ridiculous, like 90 to 95% of those people will not order again. They won't order again. So if you're throwing things up and you're just trying to get the sales, you are not going for the long term. The long term is going to be attracting them to you, creating that relationship, creating that bond, knowing they know that you're there for them, whether they purchase or not. And they know that you'll be there for them even if they don't ever purchase from you again. And that is how you're really going to create residual income. Because the moment that someone feels like you care about them and that you genuinely want them to be satisfied, they're going to tell their friends, and their friends are going to tell their friends, and then it creates this trifecta, right? And the one thing that you want is somebody to constantly be ordering, like to repeatedly, to be a repeat customer, to say, I love these lashes and I love Jennifer, she's so sweet, I'm gonna try the eyeliner. Okay, now I love the eyeliner and I think I'm gonna try, the lips or what. And so you're constantly creating more residual income for yourself rather than the instant gratification. So go for long-term success. Don't go for instant gratification. Brand yourself. Use your pillars. I'm not saying don't go out there and talk about Red Aspen and how amazing it is, or don't go out there and talk about your products and how amazing these products are. But what I am saying is use your brand to your advantage and be attractive. Be attractive to those that you want on your side, that you want in your circle, that you want as a customer. All right, guys, I hope that helped. Have an amazing day. Bye.